Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live trading session here in Trade with UFO. Let me just change the. I let's pause this. Hmm. Okay, let's begin this presentation by showing you some chart. Okay. Oh, finally, presentation again. Okay, this is the agenda for today, and let me tell you that we are simulcasting. We are going live in YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo, tradewithufo.com/live if you want to continue viewing this transmission after the first half hours have ended. We will continue with another half hour on the private channel. If you want to access, just go to tradewithufo.com/live and then you can continue viewing our trading session of the day. Okay. If you have any questions, you can use the chat and please let me know if you need anything. Okay. All right. Let's continue with this and let's check out the market. In my case, I only trade the euro future, so we will looking at the euro and see first in which direction are we going to trade, if we find any trade, of course, and let's see what happens. Okay, let's go change the first. Let's take a look at with TradingView. I would like to first see in which direction am I going to trade today. If you don't know, I trade a very short term because I prefer it that way because I think, or one of my belief is that I'm not able to predict, what's going to happen, in the next hour, the next 30 minutes because it's very hard, at least for me. I prefer to try to approach things in a very, very short term so I can kind of have a, minimum control about things that might be happening. All right, let me turn on the camera. Now you can see me. Okay, so first, let's see which direction are we trading today. We're looking at the euro future here on TradingView. We have the UFOs active. Also, we have our climate indicator, which is showing us a chain on direction right now. You can see before it was an uptrend, this little uptrend here, and it was confirmed. Now it's been going downtrend, and it's also been starting to be maybe a change on the trend. Right, we're looking at 5-minute chart, which is a very, very short term. If we look at the daily, we can see is actually an uptrend, which it is. I will tell you how to also know that in another way. Because I only trade the euro because I like to, get specialized in something in what I do and not leaving anything outside, for the chance. I would like to always just look at one thing. But one thing with the euro is that if you are looking for a direction to trade, you need to know if the euro is strong. But if you compare the euro, for example, the euro dollar, and the euro is going up, it might be because the dollar is weak or the euro is strong, or you don't know that, right? You don't know which one is stronger or weaker in any given time. So you're looking at euro, I don't know, pound, and the euro is going up. I mean, the euro pound is going down. Might be that the pound is stronger, but the euro is weaker or not. We don't know that. So one way to figure out if the euro is really strong is to look at a basket of currency against the euro. So you will know if the euro is actually stronger or not. Here is the euro basket, so it's the euro compared with all the other currencies that he trade with. So I'm looking at the daily chart, and I can see during the last 3 days is the euro who's being stronger than the other currency. So I know now that the euro is actually the strong one. Okay, that's why if we go back to the climate in the daily, we can see, let's wait to the chart, the load, that we can see that it was uptrend the last 2 days. Okay, it's pretty much showing us the same that we're looking at here. Okay, but that's one way to know if the strongest currency is the euro or is the dollar or is the pound. Is just put it on a basket and compare with all of them. So in this way, we can make sure that the euro is strong today. Okay. If we go for a shorter time frame, we can see in an hour it's actually going a little bit down, but we can see it's actually an uptrend. Right. So no matter how you see it, we can find that the euro here is actually a strong currency of the day. Okay. But I always like to see what's going on the daily, just to see if everything match on my system. Okay. So we have here on the trading view, we can see on the short term is going a little bit down. So we have to be careful because if the euro is strong during the day, it means that our chances to get profit is going to be harder when it's actually going in a small downtrend right now. Okay, so we have to be very careful on our exits most of all, and try to be very precise on our exits as well. Okay, so let's go and see. Change the chart now. Let's go a little bit technical here. Let me change the chart. Okay, now you are looking at where is the, let me just move this around. Okay. Let me take the trading view out so you can see the other chart. Okay, here you are. Here we can see actually this is a tick chart 233, which is the one that I operate with. This is in this chart what I look for is where the opportunities are, where I should be entering the trades. So first thing I would do is, as you know, we determine that okay, the euro is stronger than the other currencies, but right now it's going on a downtrend. All right, we need to maybe might be switching, from stronger to weak. So we need to be very careful here when we have these mixed signals, right? That we saw that in the currency basket actually was a strong currency, but if we look at the chart, we see it's actually on a kind of a downtrend or mini downtrend at the moment. So we have to be very careful because we might actually get into a trap, and that is not good at all. All right, we need to try to avoid the traps. So as you can see here, I like to use the volume average, the big WAP. This line, this red line you see here is the big WAP, and these blue lines are the deviation of this big WAP. So it's very good to show me on this chart that it's actually going on a downtrend at the moment. Okay, it might be at the day, the few hours that is going, it's moving down. So I would like to take, if we look at the general situation, will be like a counter trade in this case. And one thing I would like to do is always be sure that I have an edge and my opportunities are clear before entering. So what I would like to do is look at where the volume is, because I trade with volume. Uh, this is what you see on the right side is the liquidity of the market. It's the pending orders. You can see the pending order all over, right, on the top, at the bottom as well. So I know where the pending orders are, and I can use that information. I would like to first try to spot some areas where the volume is stronger. For example, I like to see movement like this. It's called rotations. You can see here, for example, this one right here is a small rotation. You can see how the price then went below that rotation and never got back into this area. Okay, the same happened many times during the day, during the sessions, and I like to highlight the most clear ones. Okay, so I can use them as reference. As you see here, I just put this rotation here, and you can see how the price actually went back inside of it and then went back down once again. And the same here. Okay, you can see how the price just touched it and then went back down. That's what I like to find, because I know there's volume here, and I can see actually how many pending orders are at this level. So I know that there is interest for somebody, someone, some institution, some traders that in this area, because you can see here is 158 pending orders right at the top of the area, and right before that we can see 120 and 79 as well. So it's an interesting area to explore. And we can find another one maybe down here. Let's highlight it as well. Okay, you can see another area here. All right. And what I would like to do before entering a trade is find it like a sweet spot. All right. I will look for the volume that is being traded in the area. And as you can see, every time there is a rotation, there is like a breakout. Okay, rotation, breakout, rotation, breakout. And somebody here, either at the top or the bottom, depending on the direction the market goes, is losing money. And there's only one way to get out of the market if you are selling, is by buying. If you are buying, is by selling. So if you're trapped, you need to get out. You are buying because the markets just went down and you thought it was continue to going up. And the only way to get out of that trade is by selling your position because you're buying, right? So if you sell your position, you will only help push the price even lower. All right, and that's what happens when the market moves very very fast. It's just some stop loss being hit or people just getting out of their losing position. Okay, and of course traders join in the movement, and if there is a trap, the person or whatever who initiate this trap is also helping to this movement, to this big movement. Okay. So one thing I always like to check before putting my entry is how is looking at how the market is behaving by looking at the depth of the market. So let's bring that on the screen. You can see here the depth of market. Let me put it on the center so you can see it better. So one thing I would like to just to let you know if you don't know is how or why the prices go up and down. And it's very simple. I mean, it's the order flow. The order flow is just orders coming in, pending orders, market orders. That's the order flow. That's what actually moves the market. And we can see these columns right here, this red column, for example, is containing all the pending order that people that are actually um, selling a contract. On the blue side, you can see the buying contracts, right? So if you want to enter the market, you need to have this liquidity in each in one of the sides, right? Depending on which part of the market you want to participate. So if you would like to buy, you need to buy from the seller. You want to sell, you need to sell to this buyer. So what happens if somebody just take all the liquidity on the bid side? It will move the market down because they are selling to these buyers, okay? These pending orders here. And the same way, if somebody is just buying all the selling contracts on the upside, it will move the market up because it will take all the liquidity to the next level. Okay, that's how the price move. So by knowing this basic mechanic, basic market mechanic, you have the idea how the markets work, how it behave, and we can see, for example, here at the here I can see here on the bottom of this chart how exactly the total amount of pending selling orders and pending buying orders, and we can see that there's more on the ask side. Okay, so it's more liquidity if the price is going up. That gives us an idea of what we saw before. Remember that we saw that, go back to the chart. Remember that we saw here, oh, I think it's a little bit off the screen. We saw that the euro was actually strong during this day, right? We can see here on the chart. This is a basket of currency against the euro, and the euro is actually is green because it's stronger than all the currency we trade with against the euro. So if we have more liquidity on the upside, it will allow the price actually to go higher, all right, than going on a lower side. Let me just go back here. Okay, so if we have more liquidity on the upside, it means that can easily go higher because if you're trading, I don't know, big institutions, they will need a lot of liquidity to put all the money they have. Okay, they need liquidity, so they will go for the side where more liquidity is available. All right, so we know that for the moment we can see it's a downtrend, so it be a little bit, confusing and actually dangerous if we go a counter trend trade today. I mean, it's not as good as other days because yesterday, for example, it was actually the same. Euro was strong as today, even stronger, and also in the chart we can see that the VWAP it was actually below the price, confirming us that it was an uptrend, totally an uptrend. Now it's kind of a switching from a stronger euro to a weak euro. So we might see some peak, on the price going down. That's why we see so much, these formations here, the price trying to go up, but then just can and continue to go down. So for today, we will only place on the ask side. Okay, we're not going to go on the bid side because obviously it will be more dangerous. So what we need to determine is where are we going to enter. Okay, so we have these rotation areas right here, and I would like to do is find out the breakouts, always that are between my big WAPs lines. Okay, because it's an area where the value area low and value area high are inside those areas. So it's telling me that 85% of the volume is actually inside that area. So when it goes outside these volume containers, it will move very fast, either up or down. Okay. In this case, if we're going to on the X side, if we're going to sell, we're hoping to when it breaks down, it breaks fast on the downside. All right, so we can see our rotation here. I can easily see this red candle right here at this deviation from the VWAP, which is a very good spot for me to enter a trade. So I'm going to explore this price. Okay, all I have to do is just put my cursor here on the candle, and I can see the time is, of course, this is a European time. It's 14:35. So what I'm gonna do now is switch. Oh, sorry, I think you were not watching because I have the depth of market. So I'm gonna say it again. You can see here the rotation right here on the top. We can see this breakout of this rotation. We can see how the price actually went back inside the rotation. Price is moving down again, and then it's trying to go back up, right? But we saw this breakout candle, so it's very nice to explore inside of it what happened. So I just looking at the time at the bottom of the screen. So it says 14:35:51 seconds, and I want to look that chart in the clusters instead of just looking at the candles. So let me just change to clusters. Right now you can see inside the candles. Remember the time was 14:35. So I'm going to look for that here. Here is the candle, 14:35. This is right, this one right here. Let me highlight it for you. You can see it better. This one in blue. Okay, and let me just change this to a better, more color we can see better. All right, looks better like this. Okay, so we have this area right here. We can see exactly what was traded inside this candle. We can see the volume. We can see every trade at each price, what happened and what pushed this on the downside. We can see this 78 in red, which means it was an imbalance from the trade. All right, and we can see again another imbalance here, another one at the top, which is very good because actually moved the price, stopped the price from coming any higher. And we can see how the price is now approaching this candle. Okay, so I'd like to see the volume. We'd like to see it for these two candles, and I can see here there was a 113 lots traded at this price in this candle, and that's the biggest volume we had on the candle after this 78, 178, which is bigger, but it's combined with the two candles. So if we look at just one, we can see again the 113, and then 32, 21, 24. So what we like to do is highlight this price right here, and you can see how it actually matches the highest volume on the other candles and the top of this price, right? So you can see how the price actually came very close to this mark here, and that's where I would like to place my entry. I can see some high liquidity on the top here on the 115, so I'm going to place my order right here, sell limit. Right, one contract just as it's a educational purpose only. It's not to make any money. You will open, if you are trading live, you will open whatever you are willing to risk according to your money management. And I will now set my strategy, my exit strategy. Okay, I would like to open. I will open multiple trades, uh, at least 3. Let me just set the protection for all of them. Right, so my first stop loss, let's set the stop loss first at 20, then I'm gonna move them once the order is open. So my first exit will be a 5, my second will be a 7, then I'm gonna just move them, okay? I just want them to be separated, and then I'm going to um, just fix them properly, okay? So let's find out the next entry when this price is reached. So we need to look at just volume. All right, we can see the maximum volume here is 110, so it's the next stop. So I'm gonna put here another line, okay, which might be my second entry. All right, so another sell limit. And we're 1 minute from switching to the private channel. So if you're watching live now in YouTube, Facebook, and other apps, it will be not longer available unless you enter to our let me go back to the presentation, to tradewithufos.com/live. So it's only going to be live there. So you want to know how the session ended and how these trades are going, just log in into tradewithufo.com/live. Okay, so we're now switching back to only to trade with UFO/live. Okay, see you there.